You get what I'm saying? Now, is it okay to use like at gmail.com? Yeah, I've used one Scott Clarkson at gmail.com before. It's fine. Not the most professional. Use your URL better. I mean, your email from your business. It comes in better that way. But leave the phone number twice and then call back. Say, hey, I know I just left a voice message. I know he's probably busy. It might be better for me to just shoot an email. Do you have his email address, his or her email address? Okay. That's what I do. And that's how we built an email database over the years. And then it's just talking with people. Hey, what are you looking for? I buy non-performing from my own portfolio. I'm looking for single family homes. They're asking you, what's your buy box? Okay. Your buy box is pretty simple. All right. What are you looking for? I'm looking for non-performing residential property, $1 million or below most of the time. You can go less. If you're in California trying to contact California stuff, that's a little bit different. You got to have a separate license in California to buy in California notes. But when it comes to just say I buy all across the country, I buy in most of the major markets. I don't buy in New York, New Jersey, but I buy in most of the major markets, and we look at stuff, your cookie cutter single family stuff, anywhere from 100,000 to 1 million. And then we look at small balance commercial stuff, 5 million or below. What do you have? It's easier for you just to send me the whole list. Let me take a look at the whole list and we'll go from there. And I'm glad to sign a non-disclosure agreement. You're not getting beyond me. They're not going to ask you for your license on the front end. Okay. You're going to need to have a separate debt collector's license that you have to register with the state of California from the real estate department to buy notes in California. It's a separate license that California charges. It's just but this is why we say buy outside of California. There's not anything that's going to cost you to buy outside of California. For what you could buy one note in California, you can buy a block in St. Louis or Kentucky or wherever. Okay. I don't know what the cost is. You'd have to reach out to the Department of Licensing there in California, Department of Real Estate. Say, hey, what license do I need to get? Usually, I don't think it's a mortgage broker's license. But that's the thing. We have plenty of California investors that aren't buying in California. They don't need a license because they're buying outside of the state. It's just a weird law that California has enacted. Okay, so you could always partner with somebody who has a license in that neck of the woods. That's why that note investors might make sense for you. Okay, but anyway. Moving on, that's what you're saying. I buy in most markets. I'd love to take a look at what else you might have. And if they ask, rarely will they ask you for a proof of funds unless you actually blow it on the phone with them. Okay. All right. Look, I buy in a bunch of states.